Hey guys, and welcome back to Legends of IdleOn, and today I wanted to talk about something that I've been asked quite a bit, which is how do you get a high-class EXP multi in World 7? And this can seem pretty daunting to people because a lot of people have very low multis. Before the World 7 update, mine was 2,800, or my number, I should say in here, class EXP, was 2,800X. Now, as you can see here, just in the World 7 town, I'm getting 8.8 million X. So that's a pretty large increase just in like the week since World 7 launched. I'm not going to hit every reason because I don't even have all the things unlocked, but we'll go over what I have. So to start with, we're just going to kind of reverse engineer this number and start by looking at the gear I have here. So the new prehistoric set of armor and weapons, they each give a class EXP multi-percent. So if I take these off, watch the number there, you can see it is going down. And you can see how that affected it. And then on top of that, we have Chains of the Gilded Vault Guard, which is a 100% class EXP multi. So if we take off Chains of the Gilded Vault Guard, I believe this is a premium pack item, so you have to get this from a pack. I'm not sure if I can remember the name of the pack off the top of my head, but again, you can find it on probably the wiki. The wiki usually lists things like packs and info about that, so you can find this item and probably more info on quite a bit of class EXP, and it also has drop rate multi as well. So the Chains is a very good item as far as items you could get from a pack. It's one of the best, in my opinion. And then we're also getting 100% bonus class EXP from Evergreen Robe. So this, I think this came from the Windwalker pack. Not 100% sure, but I think that's where it came from. I think this is also a pack item. So if we take that off, actually, that is massive. You can see right there, that is massive. And I don't 100% understand this, but I feel like 100% bonus class EXP, maybe that's a separate multi that's separate from these ones that say class EXP multi, because you can see it looks like it just like doubled it, which would be what 100% would do if it was its own multi, right? So we have those, and then the next item we will go to here is the hat, but it's not this one. The actual hat that gives 100%, 150% class EXP multi is the True Crown, which I believe is also a pack item. Again, I bought the packs for these things a while ago, so sometimes it's a little hard to remember, but all that info is definitely on the wiki, I'm probably sure. With and without that, that's also a pretty significant amount of it. Oh, by the way, there is a pendant that does give XP. It's called the Crescent Moon Pendant, but it's something like 42% additive or something like that. I feel like the general consensus is it's not very good, and you had to get it from the gem shop, so I don't even believe it's a widely available item. I don't even have it. I don't think it was really something you would actually use, but it does exist in case you ever see one. And then, of course, for the ring slots, there is the ring that you get from, I don't even have it here, but there is that blue ring that you get from dungeons, but that gives you like 5%. It's nothing to write home about, and it's just like additive. Okay, well, it just came to my attention that there's a new item. I think it's called the Star Strut Ring, and I think I can actually just get it. I think it's a drop from Tyson's in World 2. But I'm not sure what novice recipe? Is it just a 1 in 10,000? Can you get recipes from candy? I'm at 503x drop rarity, so we're about to find out. Oh, there's the novice recipe. Let's claim it to make sure we actually get it. No! No! It's filled up my inventory with these stupid things I forgot to filter out. Come on. We don't have time for this. And here it is, Star Strut Ring. And I believe this gives a 7% class EXP multi. Let's see what it takes to craft. Oh no, it's on tab 2. That's very interesting. I'd forgotten there were empty slots on tab 2. And here it is. A multi's pretty strong for any sort of, like, early tab craftable item like this, oh my gosh, it's actually really easy to craft. Those are all really easy things. I don't think I have any of these rings, but it's no problem. It ain't no problem here because I have many flurbows. Many flurbows. I can buy these all day. So let's compare versus Demented Emperor Opals. It's not like a massive difference, but it is something. It's a couple 100K when I'm at the full amount of class EXP. Still worth running over. I mean, it's clear advantage, right? It's a clear advantage. And the requirements to craft the item are also really easy. So, yeah, you can go make yourself these ASAP, right? Best in slot for class level farming there. Keychains. There are keychains that give you monster XP, I think is the way they put it. And again, I believe those are additive, and they're small numbers, and they're not much of anything. Again, they were maybe something back when they were first added into the game because a lot of these multis and stuff didn't exist then, so you had to think about that stuff more carefully. But now, it's like nothing. And for those who I may have confused with the red Bodhi, this is an item that's a drop from the arcade. This bonus, I premium hat swapped it from the True Crown, which I'm not sure if I can find, but it should be around here. Here we go. This is the actual item that you'll be buying from a pack if you want that bonus. And then this is even more confusing because I swapped this originally with like some other hat that had a 5% multi, and then I swapped that one with that one. Anyways, the bonus that would be on this one would be this one if you were to buy it. For those who are unfamiliar, if a hat is not a premium hat, you can use this hat premiumifier on it to make it a premium hat, and then between two premium hats, you can use the premium bonus swapper, which basically swaps their special bonuses, not the stats. Like you can't take a helmet like this one and premiumify it and then use it in this slot to double the stats, like the like the base stats and the weapon power and all that. You can only use it to swap miscellaneous bonuses from other premium items. Like if I were to premiumify the prehistoric battle hair, which I believe you can do, what would happen is it will wipe all of its stats and send it to +1 all stat and 5 premium upgrade slots. But for this item, like prehistoric battle hair, that includes the miscellaneous bonuses because they're not premium miscellaneous bonuses. You cannot premiumify this hat, for example, this gear, and then get to keep these bonuses and put them in this slot. That's what it's saying. This whole thing gets wiped to +1 stats if you premiumify it, but I could then put it in this slot and then transfer some bonus that's already a premium bonus, like this one, onto this hat and run it as a premium hat. I believe that's the way it works because I've done that. Now let's go to the next thing that played a big role, which was the arcade shop, Gold Ball shop, 100% class XP multi. I supered that. This is a big one. This one really made mine go up by quite a lot. That's a big one right there. So if you're looking for something to super, that is a one that's worthwhile if you want to, if you need class levels. Now look at this number here again because we're going to go over to my Windwalker and I'm going to remove the Windwalker bonuses so we can take a look at that. As you can see here, the big one is this one here, Slayer Abominator. You get class XP bonus for every abomination that you kill. There is also shiny medallions, but that only works if you have the monster's medallion. If I go to a map here in World 7, I'm at 8.8 million X. But if we go to... Do I have it here? Yes. If I'm at Samurai Guardians now, look at this. 24 million X. And it's because of the fact that I have the medallion for Samurai Guardians, so it gets multiplied by an additional multi. The golden nigiri, the sushi thing, it gives you bonus class EXP. You can put it on. It does give a meaningful amount. However, there's like no other food that really seems to be super useful. Like watch this one, for example. That gives like a very small amount. I don't really think it's worth it. And then we take a look at like this one. Again, there's a little bit going on there. There's a little bit, but it's like 100k difference versus this being like 800k difference. So if you want to run the quotient EXP potion, I guess you can, but it's not really a huge difference maker. But this is a good spot to illustrate. Let's turn off the Windwalker bonuses and see 24.9 million X. Let's check out the... You can see it went from 24 million back down to 10 million. Pretty big difference with the Windwalker bonuses, and then obviously for on World 7 map, it's down to just 5.4 million X. I also wanted to give a shout out to the Gilded Emperor wings, because this is also a cape slot item that gives a class EXP multi, as well as some drop chance too. However, compare the bonuses 100% versus 25%, and then 40% drop rate multi versus just 10% drop chance. So basically Gilded Emperor wings is just straight up worse than Chains of the Gilded Vault Guard. But if you don't have Chains of the Gilded Vault Guard and either don't want to pay for it or just don't have the pack available to you, you could use Gilded Emperor wings, but the catch is that you have to be fairly progressed in the game to do this, because it is a rare drop from the Emperor, which is the World 6 boss, and it took me a while to get this drop. Maybe other people get lucky, but I have 2 of them, but the first one took me like a month or something to get it. So obviously that was with a lower drop rate than what I have now, or what you could get now. So this is an option that you can use, but it is straight up worse than Chains, so it's not. So there was one very important new pet that was added, which makes a big difference here, which is Wallamus, which is the, I guess, mythic tier pet. It's the top tier pet from the new World 7 group, and it gives 10x, it keeps going away, 10x class. So that one's a really big one. If you can get that, definitely makes a big difference there. I will also mention there is some class XP that comes from Orion. If you do Orion, you will get some. And I have the Legend Point bonus as well, so I'm getting plus 2400% class XP. I can't really turn that on and off, though, to show what it is or isn't. And then, of course, Summer Reading Shrine is giving you some bonus as well there. Then, of course, we do have Grind Time. Mine is like, okay, I guess it's not that high compared to people who are really pushing this. But Grind Time does make a solid difference, especially when you have those really big multis. It definitely gets in there and adds up to the total. And the thing about Grind Time is it doesn't have diminishing returns, really. It just sort of keeps scaling up and up and up. So you can just keep pushing it more and more. The catch is that it becomes very expensive in terms of the liquid costs, so you have to have good cranium cooking, as well as good liquid capacity in order to actually really push this at the higher levels. Now, there is something with that got added in World 7, where you can now upgrade Brain Coral from the Reef to give you daily grind time bubble levels. I didn't think these were that important, quite frankly, for me, but I took them because I was trying to push Tome, so I wanted to get as many upgrades as possible, so I just went with the cheapest ones I could get. Another big source is from the Justice Monument. As you can see here, I have plus 43,000% class EXP gain, and it has just become significantly easier if you took the Legend points upgrades for the monuments now to actually push this, because you can build the multi up by quite a lot now, so that's a big source of it. And then also Justice bonuses multi as well to increase that. Now, even though a lot of these are unobtainable at the current moment, I still think it's important to mention name tags because they are factoring in. So if you want to know fully where I'm getting some of these bonuses from, check this out. View name tag bonuses. There you can see we have plus 290% class EXP multi. And on top of that, plus 51% bonus class EXP. And then on top of that, plus 227 XP from monsters. Now, I don't know why in one spot it's XP and one spot it's EXP, but someone else can probably explain that to me. I get a small bonus from my trophies of plus 38% XP from monsters, but not a lot with the current trophies I have. My trophies collection is pretty pathetic. So let's look more specifically here where this is coming from. It's the 4th year spectacular name tag. As you can see, I have 3 of those adding up here. And because I have 3 of them, I'm gaining 144% from the first one. And then it says what you gain here. The second one, I get 60%. Third, I get 40%. So that's kind of how it's stacking up. And then Riftwalker, 50% XP for monsters. Summer Shovel, 15%. Cropfall, which is the brand new one, and that's 25% per tag. I have 3 of them with those diminishing returns we talked about. I just want to also say, I think there may have been some packs that straight up give you class EXP. Okay, so the other packs are the Fallen Spirits pack, the Windwalker pack, and the something Gilded something pack. All 3 of those packs give you class EXP multis bonuses. And then there are other premium gem shop packs that also give you some items that had smaller amounts of XP. It was mostly the ones that were earlier on in EidleOn, whereas things like the Ramsey hat with like 11% EXP or the Trailblazer trophy with like 20%, those are mostly negligible at this point. They were from back in a time when there were not many multis out there or bonuses at all, so every little bit kind of mattered. But these days, those bonuses are basically outdated. Yeah, I think I hit most of the stuff. You guys can let me know if I missed something. I know there are other bonuses, as well as some bonuses that I haven't gotten to in World 7 yet. I should also mention that, like, you know, if we're talking about farming class EXP specifically, you can get into the whole discussion of crystal mobs. I wasn't really going to do that in this video, but you could sort of indirectly say that those are related to the EXP if you really want to go there, because they kind of are. And actually, there are some cards that factor into it as well. I'll just go over them quickly, like Moon, for example, which you can double, by the way, with lab chips, 56% monster EXP while active. That's a big one. Obviously, there are cards like Genie and the Poop card, which increase crystal mob spawn chance. And then Fly, I believe, also gives monster EXP while active. And these are more meaningful, I've heard, than the other ones that give monster EXP. I'll probably get called out if I don't mention the fact that there's also a bonus from summoning. You can see right here, class EXP. It's probably additive, but that is a significant amount when you get to like really high, you know, career wins. 2.5k percent is, you know, it's a sizable amount. Gold food at the Beanstalk does increase class XP. I suspect it's from the Nigiri. You need to put that one down. I actually don't have these maxed up very well. There's also an exclusive companion, which was a new one, Whale, which is 2x class EXP gain. Oh, and then finally, there is friend bonuses. You can get a class EXP gain from this by sending like and receiving bonuses from friends. Yeah, it was really hard to find all of these bonuses because there's so many different little ones, especially for class EXP. There's so many small ones that just don't even really do much of anything. There's even skills as well, like the Maestro, I think, has a skill, but I don't know if that really makes that much of a difference. And then, of course, I should mention, because it's kind of related, obviously, crystals for days. There's so many things that are, like, indirectly related that is just kind of, like, I realize there's another small one as well, which is like using like the ribbons on like the gold food bonuses in meals. Even though there's no meal, I think that directly affects it. You could use it on gold food bonus, and then gold food does have some impact, but it's not the biggest impact. I would like to say there's one big bonus that I'm not covering in this video because I've not unlocked it yet, and that is that there is, I believe it's a class EXP multi bonus, I think, and it's something to do with the level of the shrine, probably above 200. You get X amount of multi to class EXP, I think is what it is. Dancing Coral. I think it's this one. I just don't quite have, I've not gotten to the Coral Cave Crab quite yet. Logically, the next one up would be the Pantheon Shrine, so I think that's the one that gets this bonus. So that's going to do it for this video. That's most of where my class EXP number is coming from. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.